Fallout New Vegas, unlike most other Bethesda Fallout games, actually has a wide variety of shotguns. You have the caravan shotgun, the lever action shotgun, the hunting shotgun, and the riot shotgun, and the unique dinner bell. And you have the single shotgun. Unless you haven't pre-ordered Fallout New Vegas or don't own Game of the Year edition, you most likely never use this thing, ever, as you, well, have the caravan shotgun, the sturdy caravan shotgun, and it's better in every way. So, seeing as no one else seemingly did a challenge on it, I thought, hey, let's do a challenge on it. See if I can beat the entire game. So, I tried to beat the entire game with just a single shotgun. I awakened to an old man staring me down. I named myself the only thing that really came to mind. Doc Mitchell then gave me a machine that would tell me what I looked like, and I created this abomination. For my stats, I didn't really know what to do. This is my first challenge where I didn't just do like a balanced build or anything, so I just went all strength, low agility, high perception, and the low agility will bite me in the ass for the initial bits. For my skills, I went guns, speech, and repair. I honestly think I should have just replaced speech with medicine, because I never used fucking speech. For traits, I went skilled and trigger discipline. Skilled because it's basically the thing you should always pick. You should always pick skilled, no matter what. And trigger discipline because the fire rate doesn't really matter when every time you shoot it, you have to reload. I immediately hit it to Chet to see if he sold any single shotguns. Because if he didn't, I'd have to make Sonny and Ringo shoot at the powder gangers without me, and I'd have to loot the single shotguns that are guaranteed to come off them. But unlike Mitten Squad, Chet did sell them, so this is a real game actually begins in Goodsprings. Now, Sonny did come out and shoot some sarsaparilla bottles, and you remember how I said the agility would fuck me over? Well, agility affects reloads, which I forgot, so my reloads were slow as shit, so when I get near Prim, I had to change my special to make it to where agility was at 10. I noticed an NCR soldier standing alone with no one guarding him, so I decided that I would kill him for the NCR uniform. I didn't have shotgun surgeon at that point, so when I shot him in the body it did little damage, but I did kill him and it didn't harm my rep with the NCR. While walking through Prim, I decided that the convicts nor the settlers would live to tell the tale, because I just wanted to kill Beagle, so I killed everyone including Johnson Nash, but not before showing him the invoice. Here's the after effects for what will be now known as the Prim Massacre, where an unknown assailant killed all of the people. When I reached Nipton, I thought I might side with the Legion, mainly because I didn't want to fight Legate Lanius, because his fucking armor would decimate my shotgun. But, as you'll see later, I ended up siding with Mr. House. Though I did do the quest, and I was a bit let down, thought there'd be more, but all it did was telling them, and they were like, "Oh no!" On my way to Novak, I noticed that the sky had birthed a new child. So beautiful. When I did reach Novak, I just went immediately to Cliff Briscoe's shop to see if he sold any stim packs, 20 gauge, or any single shotguns. I skipped Manny Vargas's mission and immediately headed for Camp McCarran so I could go to the monorail. On my way to Camp McCarran, I noticed a traveling merchant and her mercenary fighting some enemies. I noticed her armor was having a spasm, probably not liking their owner. So, I decided to fuel my bloodlust and help the armor by killing both the mercenary and the merchant. That's what you get, you little bitch. When I made it to Camp McCarran, I immediately put on the disguise and went on the monorail, heading into the strip and, going to the Lucky 38. When I entered the Lucky 38, took the elevator up to the penthouse and talked to Mr. House, I immediately decided to side with him. Mainly because I've actually never done it before in a regular playthrough. Mostly I side with the NCR or Mr. Yes Man, but for now I'm actually going to side with Mr. House. So he tasked me with killing Benny, so I went into the Tops Casino, doped myself up on drugs, and killed everyone there, including Benny, got my platinum chip, and returned to him. He then tasked me with going to Kaiser's fort using the invitation I got. Before I went to Cottonwood Cove, I knew I needed a better set of armor. So I went to the gun runners and I tried to kill the guards. At first I just kept dying over and over again, but I eventually figured out a strategy. First, we got a stealth boy, we used a stealth boy, and then we kill one of the guards. Then afterwards we kill Isaac, and after the female guard opens the gate, we kill her and steal all the combat armor. Thankfully, the Vendatron doesn't attack us afterwards, so we're good after that. I repaired both the suits with... I used the suits to repair each other, and I headed off to Cottonwood Cove for my mission. When I got into Kaiser's tent, he told me that I needed to destroy the bunker, so I headed off to the bunker, and was not going to do that, and instead talked to Mr. House about, you know, powering up his Securitron army. It was actually quite easy. The pulse slugs actually did more work than I thought. It one-shot of protectrons and only two-shotted turrets, so the turrets were the main problem. I was expecting a sentry bot, but I think since I didn't blow up the facility, they didn't release any. I got back out, and Kaiser took the rumbling as me destroying the facility, which he thanks me for. Afterwards, he tells me to assassinate Mr. House, which I ain't gonna do because I'm siding with him. After Mr. House tasked me with either eliminating or allying myself with the boomers, I decided beforehand that I should get myself even better armor. So, using my armor that I had on now, plus weapons, plus ammo, plus missed stuff I didn't even need, I managed to buy myself a set of combat armor. Mark II, baby. And afterwards, I headed off to Nellis. Now, when I found Nellis, I encountered a corpse, which was freshly then, probably about 2 minutes ago. So there's a mass murderer around. Oh gee, I wonder who it could be. I managed to survive the artillery. Barely. I spammed stim packs so hard you'd think I'm a drug addict. Oh wait, my character basically is. Anyways, when they talked, I thought about killing them, but then I remembered they have grenade launchers and shit, so I thought, no, they'll kill me easily. So I wasted about an hour while doing their shit. Doing the bomber, doing the fucking weird museum thing, all that. Returned to Mr. House, and he was happy. He was happy that I allied myself with them instead of killing them. I wasn't. I thought I should have just at least tried to kill them. I know I probably would have been dead using my armor. Plus, a single shotgun isn't exactly a great weapon. He told me next up that I had to deal with the murders. I basically just did what I did with the tops and returned back to him, who he said he needed me to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, for some reason my footage corrupted, but all you need to know is that I blew up their bunker. It didn't really mean much. I tried to get power armor training the Elder McNamara way, forgetting the Head Paladin Harden's way is quicker, and I tried to get power armor training. I didn't do that. I ended up just blowing up the bunker when I found out I had to go to the vaults. Because I didn't want to spend any more time going in those stupid things, so I just blew up the bunker. I don't know why the footage corrupted. It pisses me off. So it turns out more than the Brotherhood fucking thing footage corrupted. I forgot to record the fucking Hoover Dam fight and the Dorado Energy Station thing. This should tell you how unprofessional I am. But I did manage to save the Legotlanius fight, so we'll have to skip to that. I am extremely pissed off. I just did what Mr. House told me to do, and here's the Legotlanius fight. It was a teeny whiny bit hard. I just kept dying over and over again due to the Marksman Carbine Legionaries and Lanius himself. My whole strategy was to cripple his legs so he would run away and try and get some health, so I could kill the regular troops. When he did come back, he'd throw grenades, which would help and aid in killing them. His armor was so bad that I only did 2 bars of health for every headshot with that, And I had to use VATS as well, because anything else other than VATS would do no damage, because of the spread. I kept dying, and basically all it came down to was luck. I could have gone back to a point where I had different stuff and socked up, but I forgot about that, and the only save I had was all the way back in the strip when I had to deal with the Omertas. So, yeah, I beat him, but it took a while. Oh god, it took too long. It took about an hour to beat him. Oh, I'm slowly going insane. Yeah, I would show different deaths in that whole ocarina scene, but even those, I didn't fucking record those. I only recorded 2 fucking whole fights. It was so late in the night. Oh god. Oh well, it's too late now. Anyways, my whole plan was just crippling his legs. Crippling his head would help, just a tiny bit. My main I couldn't target the marksman carbine legionaries. Even though they were doing the most damage, I couldn't target them because I had a fucking shotgun and I only had a few slugs, which I tried to use on Lanius because they were the best armor piercers I had. The pulse slugs were even worse. And eventually I had to rely on 3-aught Buck, the cheap version of 20 gauge. It was fucking annoying, I tell you what. Next time, instead of making it to where I can't use speech, I'm using speech if I want to. Oh, I really wish they make that rule. Oh god. Ah well. Anyways, all you need to know is I beat him. General Oliver came up thinking I was fighting for the NCR. I gave him his turns. He did the complete war crime of not playing enough TF2 and looking behind himself. And that's when Mr. House and his Securitron army showed up. His NCR veteran rangers tried to put up a fight, but they immediately got killed by sheer awesomeness. Mr. House congratulated me on beating the whole fight, and the ending slideshow ran. Overall, I think this went better than expected. I expected to be literally being hammered every way of the step, because I thought it was one of the worst guns in the game. The whole reason I think it was great was because of its whole thing. The single shotgun is the second most accurate shotgun behind Dinnerbell, and trigger discipline did help that. It was surprisingly good. The only trouble I had was Lanius, believe it or not. I'm definitely doing more challenges after this, but I'll make sure to fucking record alright, because I don't want a situation like this one again. So is it possible? Yes. Yes it is. It's definitely possible. Will it take a drain on your soul if you fight Lanius unprepared? Yes! I only have fucking 17 stim packs and 2 turbos. I had to make them count. Well, I fucking hated this. I fucking hated it. Anyways, subscribe. Don't check out my other videos, they're barely edited, so this is from now on my edited play. Just subscribe for more shit like this. Thank you for watching.